Hello and welcome to A View for You, a twice-monthly journal about people and events of interest in the San Francisco Bay Area. My name is Peter Camarda. I'll be your host tonight, and we're broadcasting to you live on the San Francisco Public Access Station, Comcast Channel 76, AT&T 99, and Astound Channel 30. Tonight is the second in a series of shows that we're doing about poetry. Tonight we're going to look at classical poetry from the Tang Dynasty, and I have with me Dan Smith, who has been here once before. Local artist Dan Smith, who is also an enthusiast of Chinese poetry and a student of the Chinese language. And he will be reading to us from the poetry of Du Fu. Welcome, Dan.
Well, thank you for re-inviting me.
It's very nice to have you here. So let's take a look at some of the poetry that you've brought to us. So these are poems by Du Fu, is that correct?
Yes, number one.
Okay, let's go to the camera. So here is number one. And that's his name, isn't it?
Those are the characters for Du Fu.
Okay.
Du Fu.
Okay.
I'm going to read some two poems by Du Fu, who is widely considered to be the greatest poet in Chinese history and perhaps in the world. He lived from 712 to 770, the Common Era. That was during the Tang Dynasty. 2.
Yes.
The first poem has two couplets, read from the right column to the left column. There are rules about composing this style of poetry. Du Fu was one of the setter down of this kind of style, and he's the greatest master of them. In composing, he could move beyond the rules, though, to make things that are really, truly beautiful. This is the first poem, the Sinton and Cryer translation, and then my own. 员外将头左不归 水清春点转飞尾 桃花溪足杨花柳 黄鸟时间百鸟飞 Now, the Seton and Cryer translation is, outside the park, beside the stream, I might set forever. The crystal palaces are wrapped in chilly mist. Peach blossoms wait, then follow willows' flowers falling. The brown birds go with the white birds flying. And now my translation, which was done without having seen Seton's translation. In the outer garden, a river's head flows always away. In the placid waters, spring palaces pass into decline. Peach blossoms are slender and soft. One by one poplar flowers fall. An oriole and snow crane are both in flight. 3. Now we'll look at one line and see why my translation is different than his, although both are accurate. That would be 桃花溪足杨花柳, which is literally peach, flower, thin, soft, poplar, flower, fall. And so that's why I said, instead of saying wait, he said that the peach blossoms wait, meaning that they stay in good condition longer than the willow flowers.
Right.
But I said what it really says, which is that they were thin and soft. That's the difference in translation. Also, he says yang is a willow, but liu is a willow, yang is a poplar. So why he would say that, I don't know. But it's very interesting. Also, you'll notice the peach blossom and the flower blossom, and the poplar blossom, they both on the left side of the character have a tree. So you know that it's going to be about wood, the character. And on the right side is the phonetic element. Tiao, in the case of the peach blossom, and yang, like in yin and yang, on the other side. So, 5.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't. Did we see Niao? Let's talk about Niao.
Okay, there we go.
This is Niao. This is the character for bird, and you'll see starting with the tortoise shell, about 1700 years before Christ, used with a stick for divination. And you can see it really looks like a bird on the left there, doesn't it?
It does.
And then you can see next to it seal characters. And seal characters are also done with sticks. They're earlier. It's called Xiao Chuan, small seal character. The third one is what's called grass style, and it's very modern and quite beautiful and very simple. And then the final character is Kaishu, which is clerical style, which is the style that I know how to read best. So let's go look at the second poem now, which is number 5.
All right.
By the way, they do not have titles because traditional Chinese poetry did not have titles. The second poem also has 28 characters. It follows the rules of composition, the right balance of the various tones of the words, rhythm and rhyme, complementary and contrasting themes, etc. Now I'll read the second poem. San qing yang hua hu bai tan, dian shi he ye die qing qian, song gong zi zi wu ren jian, sha shan fu li bang mu mian. And I'm going to give you the Seton and Cryer translation, which I did not read before I did my own, but this is their translation. Scattered on the path, the willow flowers, fine white carpet spread. Dotting the stream, the lotus leaves, green coins piled up. Among bamboos, the pheasant chicks are hidden. On the sand, the ducklings sleep beside their mother. Now I'm going to give my translation of that. Like rice grains on a path, poplar flowers pave this sandalwood. On the rivulet, lotus leaves pile up like blue-green copper coins. Through bamboo shoots, among the roots, an unknown child is seen. In the sands, a wild duckling nests its sleeping mother.
That's lovely, Dan.
Well, thank you very much. So now let's talk about one of those lines in that particular poem. It is Sun Gong Si Zi Wu Ren Jian, which is literally bamboo shoots, root, young, and the fourth character, Zi, it looks like a little kid. It means that it's a noun ending, so it's the end of the word young. Wu means without. It doesn't mean not, it means without, which is a really different concept than not. Rin is person and Jian is sea. And I translated that as an unknown child is seen. But, I mean, a child is not seen, but they chant it as a duck. But, of course, I knew that the child was a duck.
Right.
So I think our translation was extremely close in that particular case.
And now you have a third poem for us?
I have a third poem. This is one I wrote myself. And anyone who actually speaks Chinese or knows Chinese is going to say, what in the world is he trying to say? But it's fun nevertheless. And it's called 做梦上 two door. And it's about dreaming on two door. Now, you know, YouTube.
Right.
Very popular. In 2007, it had 3 billion viewer seconds. That's a lot of viewer seconds. Well, two door, which is the Chinese version, a different thing, had 15 billion viewer seconds. So it had 5 times as many viewers and time spent on it as the whole rest of the world viewing YouTube. So it's an extremely popular thing, and I'm talking about dreaming on that. I'm going to read it in Chinese first, and then do the translation for those who, might have problems understanding.
Okay, very good.